Chiefs win in a thriller. Let's localize it and talk about it in the locker room.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the locker room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey. Locker room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk. Yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every angle's what we really do. We the source. We the pulse of the city too. Landlocked. Got the game in the headlock. Localize every time. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah.
Damn, I want what they got. Kansas City wins another Super Bowl. I thought San Fran was going to win this. Kansas City wins. The D'Amico Ryans / 49ers way does not pay off, and Kansas City wins a Super Bowl. I don't even know, like, if we're going to localize it, it is the locker room, number one source for Texans daily digital content. I'm Landry Locker. You can hear me Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 Central, Sports Radio 610, and the Odyssey app. So I'm sure you've all been enjoying your sports radio, your Super Bowl parties. I've been enjoying mine for sure. I watched this game and I just don't. It's jealousy and it's respect that Kansas City wins this game. This is nothing like what Kansas City was years ago. And the way that I would compare it, and this is the first that I've heard this compared to. I've heard people talk about like styles and stuff and how Kansas City had a certain style when they first started winning Super Bowls and they have a style now. I'll go back to the greatest show on turf with Kurt Warner and Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Hill, like, you know all the names. Those guys couldn't adapt. Like, they lost the Super Bowl the year after they won it, and they couldn't adapt. They couldn't change styles. They couldn't figure out different ways to win. And they ended up kind of falling off, like, in a number of ways. Mark Martz ended up being coach and blah, 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 blah. But Kansas City's been able to do that. But with that said, if I'm sitting here and I'm looking at it from Texans' perspective, if you would have asked me this, like, let's say that I have this Texans team right now and this Chiefs team, let's say back when they first started being good in 2018. If you ask me, like, what do I think of this squad? I would say, man, Texans are in trouble. Like, I don't know how they're gonna figure this out. This Texan squad's in trouble. But I'm watching this game, and I've watched this Chiefs team all year. I feel like the Chiefs are mid, man. If we're talking about like what you're chasing to get to that ultimate peak, like, and let me put this in perspective. Because what's being said down there could be misleading if you're just looking at it. But if you tell me my squad's got to chase a team in order to get to the AFC Championship game, if I'm looking at this Chiefs team right now, with where they are right now and where they're going to be after now, they're going to have to figure out how to pay Chris Jones. They're going to have Travis Kelce after dating Taylor Swift for an entire offseason. You can't tell me that's normal. That's stressful, brother. Like, that's not, that is stressful, especially when it comes to, like, balancing what you got to do as a player. And their offense is already mid. I don't know that you're chasing. Like, that doesn't seem like a big chase for me. That doesn't seem like a big chase for me, especially when you look at what the Texans got and stuff. I think Kansas City's a good team. I think they're gutsy and all that. What are you going to pay Chris Jones? He's a free agent. Y'all been through this a couple times. What are y'all going to do? Because without him, y'all ain't there. That's for damn sure. I promise you that. If Chris Jones leaves Kansas City, y'all ain't there. And then if you pay Chris Jones, that badass secondary that we've seen, where the hell are they going to be? Because you got to figure out how to pay that. That's mid. That's mid. Valdez-Scantling, like redemption. You really think that has staying power? You think that's gonna stay? That's gonna stay good next year? Like, come on. Travis Kelce, you think he's gonna be better next year? Come on, man. He's gonna be 35 years old. It's a mid squad, man, that you're chasing. Kind of felt like San Fran left a lot on the table. If I'm being honest, I'm always gonna be honest, but yeah, that was bad. Couldn't conclude drives schedule for that settle, I should say, for that 55-yard field goal. Bosa getting held the whole time. Kansas City's mid, man. Like, when it comes to, like, you're chasing this team, that's a mid-ass squad. A lot of people wanted the Texans to face them in the first round over Cleveland, myself included. That's a very average squad right there that you're chasing. It's going to be real interesting to see what they got going on next year. Real interesting. I think it's a good situation for the Texans. Be sure to subscribe, like, right along. Put your comments on the right side. The Greenlaw situation was obviously interesting, but free agency is gonna be fun. Like I don't look at. I used to look at New England with Tom Brady and stuff and be like, damn, that's tough. KC? You kidding me? What's that squad going to look like? You know Kelsey wanted that touchdown so bad at the end, too. You know, he wanted that so bad. Embarrassingly bad. Hold up a sec. I'm gonna get Stutz in here. See what he's got to say. I'm just very unimpressed, man. I don't hear too much pushback from it either. It's not in that, man. It was a good game. It's good effort. I mean, like, the whole, like, Patrick, don't leave it with Patrick Mahomes. What did he do? Like, what did he do that was so awesome? Jacob says, we have too many one-year deals and positions to fill. I am not as excited in free agency. Why? What sense does that make, sir? They had too many one-year deals to do last year. How'd that go? It went good. It's at a higher scale now. What's that mean, sir? Make a lot of sense, man. At all. T asks why I'm hating. I'm not hating at all. I'm just saying, like, as far as, like, this is what I'm chasing and this is what I'm trying to do, I don't feel like that's like a big chase. In a year-to-year league with what we saw from, like, the Chiefs were not that great this year. Like, they were better than, like, the Texans would ever be, but I feel like the Texans are gonna, like, the arrow's pointing up. I I mean, they were underdogs for a reason in the last 3 games. Like they can play it up and stuff, but that was the whole thing. I mean, I think Mahomes is better than Brady. David's saying that. I'm not hating like that. I think he's better than Brady, especially at his best. I mean, I think this was a Brady type win for Mahomes. To be honest with you, I don't think Brady could have won the last 2 Mahomes Super Bowls. But this was like this was a Brady Super Bowl, like the way that he played. But I'm not hating. I'll go back to the hating. I'm not hating for nothing, man. I'm just talking about chasing. You really look at the Chiefs situation and feel that way. Like feel like that's something. It's average, man. I mean, San Fran should feel sick to their stomach right now. Sick to their stomach. That's garbage, man. Yeah, mid, man. Very mid at that. Yeah, you can call them a dynasty. Like, you can call them a dynasty. That's fine. Yeah, like, you can still call them a dynasty and they're still mid. Like, as far as, like, let me explain this. With the Texans chasing the Chiefs, I'm talking about next year. With what the Chiefs have accomplished, they're a dynasty. I'm not denying that. I'm not disputing that. But with the Texans chasing them, it's pretty mid. It's pretty mid. You got to either pay Chris Jones, your receivers suck. Travis Kelce's going to have to spend an offseason with Taylor Swift. He's 34 years old. They're mid, like as far as chasing. Sometimes you got to limp in as a dynasty. Let's bring in Cody Stutz. Stutzy, what's up, man?
My man, how you doing? That was a fun one.
How you living?
I'm great, man. How are you? Can you hear me?
Man, I don't even know what you're saying, bro.
Can you not hear me? Can you not hear me? I'm good. Where'd Landry go? Now I'm hosting Landry's stream. Chasing the Chiefs. That's what I heard when I came in. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But my whole thing is this. I think the Chiefs, as far as chasing them in the AFC, they're mid. But like, can you still say they're a dynasty? Yes. Like historically, yes. Like accomplishments, yes. But as far as like, if you lay out what the Chiefs have to do this year, like heading into next season, it's really like a very unintimidating team.
They're going to be a tough out as long as they've got Mahomes. But it's you can see just watching the game. You need more than just a Mahomes to get this thing done. Like Andy Reid's got to stick around. There's obviously been rumors of his retirement. And I do wonder if the first season done in the Super Bowl going forward is the end of Andy Reid. At that point, I'll be very much not scared of the Chiefs. People are saying I'm echoing.
I mean, how
fix that?
How scared are you of the Chiefs right now?
I mean, I don't want to see them in the playoffs in Kansas City, but I didn't want to see this 2023 version, but the 2024 version is going to be vastly different.
I think it's going to be very average. What are they going to do with Chris Jones? Like what's the situation
playing for another team for sure.
Yeah, okay. Then they don't win this game tonight. They don't. How many Super Bowls do they have without Chris Jones? Like seriously,
maybe one.
Maybe. I mean, they definitely don't have this one. And I don't even see who they ended up giving the. I don't see how they ended who they ended up giving the MVP to, but I don't know what's going on with that.
Nick Jones is going to be the number two defensive tackle available in free agency. So when teams miss out on Matabike, they're going to go for Jones. It's going to be really hard to keep him if you're Kansas City. Are you fixing the audio?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Okay.
Trying.
So technologically advanced. Hey, I'm not echoing anymore. But Landry's gone. So, yeah, the Chiefs have a tough offseason in front of them. Look, it's the tough part about the NFL is it's not designed for you to stick around at an elite level. It's designed for churn. Like elite quarterback play keeps you around, but it's not designed for teams to just stay up here and teams to stay down here, like, say, Major League Baseball. Like, baseball's got a clear upper class and a clear lower class, and it's very hard to move it. Football, they dump picks on you. You get tons and tons of cap space if you handle it the correct way. I mean, it's very hard. That's why any modern dynasty in football is going to be super impressive, is because it's very hard to stay where you are in the NFL because everybody else gets better and it gets more expensive to keep what you have. Now, the Chiefs do a really good job in drafting, finding young guys, and keeping the middle to the back part of the roster fresh. But keeping the top part of the roster there, I mean, Kelsey's going to slow down at some point. Tight ends, when they slow down, it feels like they just kind of fall off of a cliff. Chris Jones, I believe, is going to leave. Their offensive line really wasn't that good headed into this offseason. I mean, they paid Jawan Taylor. Are they going to move him to left tackle? Their left tackle, Donovan Smith, is a free agent. Pacheco played well for most of the season. He showed a little bit of limitations there. The tough part about where the Chiefs are is I don't really feel like their division's going to push them that much. So I don't believe that in year one, Herbert and Jim Harbaugh are going to push them. The Raiders are far away from pushing them, and the Broncos are far away from pushing them. So the Chiefs are still going to make the playoffs. Then it's all about, okay, the Ravens in the AFC North. I guess the Steelers if they get a new quarterback. In the AFC East, it's the Bills and the Dolphins if they stick around in the conversation. And then really, you look at the AFC as a whole, the Texans are the team that is equipped to push this thing, push the chips into the table. Some of these teams have to push all their chips on the table. The Texans are probably not the best poker players at the table, but they've got a big chip stack. And you can survive with a big chip stack a lot longer than better players who have a short chip stack. So now the thing is, okay, almost every key player on the Texans has a small amount. I'm still echoing.
Yeah.
Do I need to leave?
No, you're good. You still here?
I'm still here. But the echo is too.
I don't know what's going on right now. I really don't. So
you need me to rejoin?
Yeah, rejoin, man. Rejoin.
Okay.
Yeah, rejoin. That's Cody Stewart. God, he held it down there. So we're talking about the Chiefs and how mid they are or not. Been having some problems, and if you follow the channel, you've probably noticed like the difference when I was in Vegas. Firefox type of joint, but yeah, Stoots was doing his thing, man. Stoots was holding it down. He was there. Let's see if he's good now. Stoots, you good?
Hey, no. Oh, no.
Still an echo?
Still an echo.
All right, well, I don't know what to say. But
I think I should bail so I don't echo.
No, just go ahead and summarize because I'm about to roll out too.
Okay.
Just go ahead and summarize the chasing the Chiefs and who you think the Texans are chasing.
I really think there's only a handful of teams in the AFC they're chasing. Going into next year, I believe in them more than almost anybody except for the Ravens. And they're going to lose some key players. And I can't say for sure ahead of the Chiefs because they're going to win the AFC West. You probably still have to go to Arrowhead. So until you go there and beat them, I'm not going to say ahead of them. But there's no reason the Texans shouldn't be in the conversation for third best team in the AFC.
I think the Chargers are the biggest threat because I think the Chargers, with having the top 5 pick, having Herbert with his arrow pointing wherever, having the weapons that they have, and the way that their roster's built, I feel like the biggest threat is actually the Chargers. I mean, like, eventually Mahomes is like gonna make you look dumb no matter what, but I just don't. I just don't think that that's sustainable, man. And I've been burnt by like the Patriots type of stuff, but I'm just not there with that. I'm more scared of the Chargers than anything.
13-3 after the 49ers were a 6-win team the previous year, Harbaugh's first season in San Francisco.
3 NFC titles, 1 Super Bowl appearance.
He was nasty. And if he has a really good quarterback, I mean,
but he does. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be a short to see the Chargers. They got a bunch of old guys that are kind of broken down.
For sure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Stutes, I appreciate you. I'll get my audio straight and I'll figure it out.
I'm gonna go type in that DoorDash thing and all those cars.
Which one?
one of the commercials.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even watch the commercials today. You were into them, huh?
I watched the whole broadcast. Unfortunately, I listened to promo too.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I'll holler at you, man.
Anytime.
All right, appreciate you. It's my guy Cody Stutes. We're trying to figure out the audio, so we've been having problems with Microsoft Edge. So I guess Stutes was like echoing, but we'll figure that out. No idea what he's talking about with that, but it is what it is. Why did San Fran lose today? I think this is important because the Texans are from that San Francisco pipeline. Like, why did San Francisco lose? Was it because of Brock Purdy? Was it because they didn't finish sacks? Like, why did San Francisco lose? If I asked y'all, the 160 deep in here right now, why would you say that San Francisco lost? Like, what would be your answer for that? Why do you feel like the 49ers lost to the Chiefs? You think it was because of Mahomes? Do you think it was because of Kelsey? Like, why would you say that? They didn't convert on third down. Like, that's always a thing, man. Like, are we doing that? They didn't convert on third down. It's all about winning on third down. Oh, my God. We got to win on third down. Come on, man. They didn't finish plays. Yep, they didn't finish the plays. So, yeah. This is better right here. Always they didn't have Mahomes. I think that's fair. So, to localize that, like, as far as, like, being a Texans media type, Texans supporter, all that type of stuff. Who, like, there's no one in the world, like, including Kyle Shanahan, even if you run San Francisco's system perfectly, like, let's say DeMeco Ryans establishes, like, the perfect, like, duplicate San Francisco situation. There's no one in the world that's taking Brock Purdy over CJ Stroud, right? Like, there's no one with the last name Purdy that's doing that, right? I mean, like, let's be serious. Like, even a 49er fan, like, you would trade Brock Purdy for CJ. I think you got to feel pretty good about that. For sure. So when you look at the fact that D'Amico is trying to implement San Francisco and do what they do, you got to feel pretty good that you have CJ Stroud and they have Brock Purdy. Now, I know the NFC, AFC opposite side of the spectrum, but you got to feel pretty good about that. CJ's better than Brock Purdy. Next question here. How much longer is Travis Kelce playing? Like really, how much longer are we doing this? How much longer are we doing this with Travis Kelce? He's about to be 35. He's got to date Taylor Swift for an offseason. He's never dated Taylor Swift for an offseason. That's going to be a long time, man. That's going to be a long offseason. He's going to be counting down mini camps. Travis Kelce probably hadn't even showed up to mini camp the last 5 years, 6, 7, 8. He's gonna be there before anyone. He's gonna be there like he's looking for one of those new Stanley Cups at Target. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. Someone says Tyler Swift, she's amazing. Come on, man, you're a bot. You're kidding me. That's a lot of work, man. He's screaming at elderly coaches on the sidelines. Man, that was garbage, by the way, too. He's got to get a free pass for that because they won. Pretty weak. But I asked this because I don't know that Patrick Mahomes is the same guy without Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce was non-existent in the first half today. Second half, he turned it up, and they ended up winning. Travis Kelce was a 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro before he ever played with Patrick Mahomes. What's it going to be like when Kelce stops playing? If we're talking about the Texans chasing, how much longer is he going to play? And the Kelce-Andy Reid thing was ridiculous. I think the Texans are a lot closer to Kansas City than we may think. I also think I had very much fun at my Super Bowl party today, and I am going to get ready for the show tomorrow. 10 to 2 Central, Sports Radio 610, Odyssey app, in the loop on Sports Radio 610. Probably better work than tonight, but who cares? Appreciate y'all for coming through. Always remember, when it comes to this Texan stuff, we're all in it together.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Locker Room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Ayy. Locker Room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk. Yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize. Every angle's what we really do. We the source. We the pulse of the city too. Landlocked. Got the game in the headlock. Localize every time. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah, we top 2 and we not too. Plugged in daily digital on YouTube. We got taste for days. Opinions to give.